Hey there YouTube, it's Sergi Anime from Team Blackstar, giving you Deck of the Week for the third time this week because I was behind. And this is my deck, it's Machina Cyber Dragons. I'm no longer trading from my trade binder, unless it's some kind of ridiculous, amazing trade. Because I didn't get money from one trade, and it's sort of like, okay, I'm done now. Because I didn't send first though, so I'm not losing anything. But it sort of makes me feel like, why should I even bother? And I'm also not selling on eBay right now because I'm having really good time selling at locals and at school and everything. So until I stop making money off school, don't expect to see me on eBay either. Except when the Shining Darkness comes out, which I'm getting a box of. I'll open up the box, and whenever I go to the preview, I'll probably sell whatever I have on eBay. And I might give it one day to wait and give it to you guys and say, hey, you want to buy it? So yeah. So look forward to seeing that. I'll try to have a Shining Darkness stuff opening for you guys. And anyway, so my thing I'm trying to do is be the original deck maker guy. Original themes off of competitive decks to make new competitive decks, or try to break the meta, because I don't like the meta. I don't like having meta. Once I make this, if this deck were to become meta, which I really doubt, I would stop playing it probably. I would probably start playing some other deck because I don't like being the guy who cops out. But I made it first. I'm not going to quit just because someone else did what I did. Well, basically, my voice is messed up, so I'm sorry. Hope you guys can deal with it. One, Machina Force. You dump him for Machina Fortress, who is the boss monster of this deck, and he is one of the key cards of the deck. You don't necessarily always need to go for him to win games because you have the Cyber Dragon explosion stuff that you can win first turn. That's ridiculous. But he's basically to make the deck more consistent, and he is really good. Now you have two Cyber Dragons, and the Cyber Dragons are for mainly just for the fusions, and he's also good for synchros if I were to brain control or mind control side in. I don't main them, but I think I'll side them if I'm playing this in tournament, but I probably won't. But in testing, he's good, and he's really good against Morphtronics and Machina gadgets and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Two Hyper Synchron, he's a new card I'm testing out. He's old, but I'm testing him because he's a light machine. If I run Cyber and Nelta, which I'm also thinking about testing, then he's another light machine, and he's a tuner, and that forces me to use monsters like Colossal Fighter, though, because I don't want my dragons to get removed at the end phase. But if anything, he's a light machine, 4-star. He's pretty good. Okay, 3 gear frame. I have 3, so, I have 3, 4, 5. I have, 5 or 6 targets in the deck for him, so 3 of him is good, because he's not really ever dead. Plus, it gives me something to use for my 1 scrap recycler as a target. Anyway, then I run 1 of each of these guys. I don't know why, but mainly because I'm lazy. I don't feel like changing my deck much, and I didn't want to change from the cycle style. So I kept these 2 because, he summons and he hits the field and he's plus. And I don't know why I have him. He doesn't really do anything. But he's here, so, give Sniper some love. 3 Cyber Dragons aways. He counts the Cyber Dragon in the grave, so he works with Overload Fusion. And I can reveal a spell and count a Cyber Dragon on the field, so he's, Cyber Twin Dragon if I have a Cyber Dragon in hand, or 2 of him on the field, and Power Bond in my hand. So, he's great. Plus he's an 18 beater when attacking. It's not amazing, but hey, it's good stats. 1 Scrap Recycler. Dump Fortress, dump Cyber Dragon, whatever I need in the situation, but it's a good, thing to dump. And I have the potential of using its Recycle effect to +1 off the grave that I don't really need, so Scrap Recycler. Card Trooper, he doesn't really need explanation, but Milling 3 because I run a lot of monsters, and I run Overload Fusion, and I run Recycling. There's a lot of reasons to have this, and there's not a lot of reasons not to. So, yeah. Oil Man, I decided to use Oil Man because he's a union and then he lets me draw. And I can use it, like, even if, like, I were to, like, summon Chimera Tech and then they went defensive, like, they had all their monsters in defense because they knew I was going to do it. Then I can go summon him the next turn, then Union, and kill 5 monsters plus 5 off of a crappy Union monster. And then if they try to destroy him, like Mirror Force, I destroy Oil Man instead. So good card, but only one because I don't know. I don't think he's good enough to run more than one of him. Now Morphing Jar, plus 5, discarding. Great card. My favorite tech card in the game. If you haven't noticed, every deck I freaking run has a Morphing Jar in it because I love Morphing Jar. I might not always put a card destruction or a hand destruction or stuff like that. I like discarding, but I always try to make room for a Morphing Jar because it works for me. Cyber Valley, good, as a threatening roar pretty much for, a turn that I need to stall. And I'm sorry for saying a lot, by the way. Anyway, on to spells. So I have Swords Revealing Light because, again, this is like one of my tech cards I like to use because I know that it's like OTK format and it's always OTK format. But basically this is like to bait out stuff really because people don't like to wait 3 turns to attack. They want to kill you now, and because they're greedy, they, MST it, heavy it. They waste their stuff. Icarus attack it, and it's just a waste. Because the swords are really light. I didn't need to use sword to you because I can still attack anyway. And if they don't, then there's 3 turns that they can attack me, and it's perfect stalling, so it's good. Overload Fusion. I wish I could run more. You can only run 1. So broke. Get out, King of Cyber Dragons, and kill your opponent that turn. Pretty much. Pot. I don't have one. I'll get one. Limber Removal. Double attack. Sort of a staple for machines, for me at least. 2 Power Bonds. Because I like Cyber Twin Dragon. I love him so much. And summoning him with Power Bond is like game. So it's just another way to game my opponent. Second turn, first turn. Whenever I have the ability to do it. Future Fusion. If I have Overload in my hand, I can drop every machine in my deck, Overload, go for game if I like heavy after that. If I felt confident, like I can go this, then heavy, and then Overload, and then game. Or something like that. There's combos. I've won with him so many times. Future Fusion's good for milling for it. Hand Destruction to it's really just, because there's not a lot of draw cards, and again, sorry for saying a lot. Because I assume you guys know, but then I go, never mind, you guys are probably stupid. So, I'll explain. 1 Heavy Storm, staple, card. I don't like saying staple, by the way. I'm just trying to conform for one video. 2 Dark Bribes, because I love Dark Bribe. I don't like Solemn Judgment at all. I hate paying half my life points. I'm an aggressive player, and I'm aggressive, but I like to conserve my life points. So, Dark Bribe, because I'm an aggressive player who likes my opponent to fight back. So, giving them +1s is like, yes, let's keep dueling. Call the Haunted. Bring back card. Really not needed. Really no need for explanation. Toriental. Stop swarms and stuff like that. Dimension Prison. Just 1. I love it, as a tech card to get rid of Stardust and crap like that. Bottomless to stop, annoying shit. Threatening to stop OTKs, and Trap Dust Shoot because I love Trap Dust Shoot. And then extra deck for the last few seconds of the video. I have 2 Cyber Twins, and then I have 2 Overload, Dragon, or whatever. Overdragon, 1 Fortress, 1 Cyber End, Colossal, and then I'd have like Goyo, Brionic, and all that other stuff, but I don't have them on this deck right now. But that's what I put in because of Hyper Synchron. And basically this is the deck. Like, favorite, subscribe, bye.